A man identified online as John Arum was abducted in Nigeria by gunmen who reportedly demanded a ransom from his family and associates while holding him in captivity. And at some point during that ordeal, the kidnappers recorded a video where they pressured him to renounce Jesus Christ while they spoke around him and made it clear to him that they controlled the situation and his fate. A video later circulated across social media where people watched the moment unfold and shared clips and screenshots. And in that recording, John eventually said the words the gunman demanded, renouncing Jesus while under threat from the men who had taken him and were holding him away from his home. Now, these conversations exploded in every direction except the one that mattered. Instead of asking why a citizen could be seized, threatened, and humiliated in his own country by people who felt confident enough to show their faces on camera, the internet immediately turned the moment into a religious courtroom where people argued about theology. One group declaring that faith should never be denied under any circumstance, while another group insists that survival comes before faith. You see, that arguments like those kept growing, and the central fact kept going further into the background, which is that a person was kidnapped, filmed, and forced into a public spectacle by criminals operating openly inside the country where he is supposed to be protected. The conversations online drifted further away from the obvious problem because people online love topics that feel moral and philosophical, since those are easier to debate than questions about security, governance, law enforcement, yes, and things like accountability. So the discussion at some point became about what someone should say when threatened rather than, why anyone should be in that position in the first place. I find that people always get distracted by symptoms and leave the root cause of a problem. You mean to tell me a citizen has been held and tortured in his own country by men who have shown their faces on camera and we choose to banter religion?